Well, the World Series of Poker, Celebrity Poker Showdown, Poker World Tour. Seems like everywhere you look these days, someone is playing poker. Texas Hold'em is now a common event at weekend get-togethers, but how do you know when your game has crossed the line into illegal gambling? Well, here's tonight's closer look. Poker's no longer just a game for the guys on a Friday night. Nowadays, everyone's playing, from moms and dads to teens hanging out at a friend's house. It seems like a safe way to win a few dollars, but it is technically gambling.
It's not the big arm of the state. I think that people have nothing to be afraid of in their own homes and such. It's just not that kind of crime.
Assistant District Attorney Richard Payne says it's rare for players to get busted simply for playing poker. And even if they do, the state says it is a legal defense to say it was just a social game.
If this is just a bunch of people getting together to have a good time at, Buddy Joe's house eating pizza, watching the game, no. The state's not interested in that.
What the state is interested in is when the hosts of the poker party are profiting from the games. It's called taking a rake, and it should be an obvious sign something is wrong.
I guarantee you and your buddies get together on a Saturday night, light up a couple cigars, sitting around watching the game, playing some cards. If the person's house that it's at is taking 10% of each pot, they're not playing very long.
For the gambling fanatic, poker is a fun way to win a few bucks, and it's one of the least regulated forms of gambling there is. The state takes a harder stance when it comes to other types of gaming.
We have to account for each bingo sheet that we sell. We have to account for each pool tab.
Bingo and pool tabs are the two types of gaming in the state where someone can actually profit. So much of the state's efforts on controlling gaming are spent watching these establishments.
Unfortunately, this is a cash business. So if you're not regulated, God knows what can happen.
Jack Powers owns Tudor Bingo on Tudor Road. He says a lot of the players that come into his place are the ones that like to play poker, but are also looking for other ways to gamble.
Playing bingo, you cannot spend a lot of money. Playing pool tabs, if you get carried away, you can win a lot or lose a lot.
So if you're looking to make the big bucks, it is okay to open a bingo hall, with the right permits, of course. It is okay to get together with 5 of your buddies and win all the cash in their wallets. But it's not okay to lose every hand you have and still come out on top just because the game's at your house. And it's that kind of profiting at a house from poker that's exactly what the state says was happening at a home in Wasilla for the past year. Neighbors tipped off police, and this weekend 5 people were arrested for running a gambling ring. One of those arrested was an assistant principal at Chugiak High School.
And Bianca, how often do these arrests occur?
They actually hardly ever happen. Richard Payne, the prosecutor in the Palmer area, said he can't even remember one happening at all in the last 5 years that he's been there, so very, very rarely.
What happened to the people who were playing at that home?
Well, there was about a dozen people there at the time that the bust happened. They all got citations. They are technically facing 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine, but Richard Payne again says nothing will likely happen to them. They'll probably end up getting away.
Oh, okay, but it's a good warning.
It is.
When you cross the line.
Keep an eye out. If somebody's profiting, definitely be wary.
Yes, thanks, Bianca. Bianca Slaughter reporting tonight. We're still ahead.